Okay, quick question, America. Are we a country or are we a subscription service for maybe checks? Because every few months the internet wakes up and says, "Yo, the check is coming." And somehow, Trump is always in the middle of the story. 5 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand. It's like a trilogy, except nobody knows when the next episode actually drops. And somehow we're all still watching. So tonight, let's talk about the 3 checks. The $5,000, the $2,000, and the $1,000. And why this whole thing feels like politics playing cash register sound effects in your head. First up, the $5,000 check, the one that spreads the fastest, because it has the perfect ingredients. Big number, simple story, billionaire energy. We'll cut waste, save a mountain of money, and boom, here's a dividend. It sounds clean, it sounds heroic, and it's also the internet's favorite genre, trust me bro economics, because most people don't ask, approved by who? Funded how? Sent when? They just ask, where do I sign? And that's why it goes viral every time. And to be fair, people can float ideas all day, but until there's real legislation, real numbers, and real approvals, a check is still a story. Real quick, if this is making sense, hit like and subscribe, because the next one is where the branding gets dangerous. They don't call it a check, they call it a dividend. Now the $2,000 tariff dividend. This is classic Trump, taking something complicated and turning it into one clean sentence that hits your brain like a commercial. We collect money, then we give you money. And on the surface, it feels like a win, like, oh, I'm getting paid. But here's the awkward part. Tariffs aren't magic, they're taxes on imports. And a lot of economists say those costs often get passed along into prices. Your groceries, your gas, your everyday stuff, meaning the money can end up coming from you. So if I'm saying it bluntly, for fun, a tariff dividend can feel like this. They charge you extra at the register, run your money through the system, then hand back a smaller piece and call it a gift. That's why the argument never ends. And that's why when the math gets messy, the marketing gets louder. And then we get to the $1,000 one, the least flashy but the most believable, because it's not really a gift, it's a refund story. The IRS saying, yeah, you overpaid, here's some back, which is like your friend returning your own hoodie and expecting a standing ovation. But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. One person gets $1,000, another gets 200. Some people get 0. Because refunds aren't universal. They depend on your income, your withholding, your paperwork. And sometimes politicians act like they're doing you a favor, with your own money. So here's the real joke. The checks are always almost here. The memes get louder, the politics gets sharper, and the promises go from $5,000 to $2,000 to $1,000, like a discount sale nobody asked for. Drop a comment. Which one do you think becomes real first? The $5,000 refund bump? The $2,000 refund bump? Or the $1,000 refund bump? And if you're tired of the noise and want the real breakdown, hit like and subscribe to True Talk. Because while everyone else sells fantasies about checks that never show up, we break down the game and laugh at it while we do.